Lou Garou, a small-town police officer with a terrible attitude and a drinking problem, has his life dramatically changed after a fateful night in the woods. Now he worries about pulling the night shift when there's a full moon out.
Hello! Carl?
That's when he transforms into WolfCop. Although this low-budget Canadian horror comedy stumbles into a few too many horror movie cliches, this hairy hero still managed to win me over. The filmmakers seem inspired by An American Werewolf in London and the practical effects of the early 80s and 90s. Almost all of the beheadings, eye gouges, and werewolf transformations use real splatter and makeup appliances to create a nice throwback feel. When Officer Garou goes through one of his early transformations inside a men's room, you get to see many of the up-close, disgusting details.
It's like a face. It kind of looks like you.
Ooh, better stop over at the Brigade. Do some investigating.
While it's obvious that the filmmakers aren't working with a John Landis budget, they make the most out of their werewolf transformation scenes using scrappy visual tricks and a devilish sense of humor. These old-school horror movie-making techniques, along with the film's campy central premise, give the movie an earnest sincerity.
Thank you, officer.
Director and writer Lowell Dean set out to make a genuinely fun movie. He's not trying to make fun of the genre or insult your intelligence. Instead, he delivers an enjoyable 80 minutes of mayhem and kitsch. Not all of the jokes work. You get some subpar performances from many of the supporting players, and the first half of the movie has pacing problems, but once our furry phenom begins patrolling the small town that he's sworn to protect, everything starts to click. Watching WolfCop break up a late-night convenience store robbery, that's a surreal, goofy treat.
What the f*** are you?
The flies.
In that regard, the film falls into the trap that most superhero movies face, having to spend time telling the main character's origin story. While that leads to a somewhat interesting whodunit mystery, none of the exposition holds a candle to the scenes where WolfCop rips off faces and impales drug dealers with his huge claws. Now that we have all the backstory out of the way, I want to see a WolfCop sequel that features more practical effects, more bloody action, and most importantly, more WolfCop. But those are just my thoughts on WolfCop. I'd love to hear yours. You can hit me up on Twitter, John_Airy, or leave me a comment. I'm John at the movies.